CNBC TV 18, celebrating 15 years of leadership.
Welcome back to Markets Today. Today was quite a volatile day. It had a sense of a breakdown early in the morning, and then it had a sharp intraday recovery. Finally, it came off that intraday highs as well, but still comfortably off the morning low, which was somewhere around 79.60 or so. But time now for some technical perspective. Sudarshan Sukhani now joins us. Sudarshan, hi, good evening. Volatile session on Dalal Street, which ended on a weak note. But how are you reading this now?
Well, I would consider that the markets had a rather dull day today, and the downtrend that has started below 84.90, that downtrend continues and persists. So there will be some days on which the markets go up, and there will be many more days on which the markets come down, and that is a pattern that the downtrend is following as of now. We had another down day today, except that today was marked by a lot of intraday volatility. Usually intraday volatility is not good news for the bulls. Markets will go up once this volatility subsides and a trading range or a basing pattern starts developing. So till today we don't have signs of that happening. So we'll just assume that as far as the Nifty is concerned, as the Bank Nifty is concerned, the downtrend is in effect, and traders should be looking to go short on minor rallies.
Okay, then what about individual stocks, Sudarshan? What are your ideas?
Telecom companies are in bad shape in terms of their charts, and Bharti Airtel is a short sell for tomorrow. This short selling should be done only by professional traders. Bharti has already made a large distribution pattern and broken down. It's in a bear market of its own. That bear market seems to be continuing. After a sharp decline, the stock went into a narrow range, a trading range, and now it is breaking down from that trading range. So there is a continuation on the downside. This is not just a day trade. If the trade is working, you can actually hold it for a few days. So for tomorrow, consider going short in Bharti Airtel.
All right, Sudarshan, thanks so much for getting us those ideas. We'll catch you with the markets again tomorrow. Well, let's move now to a CNBC TV 18 exclusive from Deal Street. We're learning from sources that telecom tower infrastructure provider Bharti Infratel has expressed interest in acquiring telecom infrastructure company Viome. This as some of the existing shareholders in Viome are looking to exit the company. My colleague Kritika Saxena now joins in with the details. Kritika, so this could be a very big merger if it happens, if at all, or an acquisition in the tower space. What are the details that you have right now?
Hi, Surbhi. As you said, this will possibly be one of the largest mergers, if at all it does go through, in the telecom infrastructure in the tower space. Now, essentially, to give you a sense of how things are on ground, Shrey Infra is handling the mandate for the sale of Viome. They hold 18% in the company. Tata Group has around 54% through TTSL and TTML, but Shrey Infra is the one kind of steering the entire discussion. So the stake of Shrey Infra and Tata Group is on the block. Other investors like Macquarie, IDFC, etc. are also looking at an exit, but as depending upon the valuation, they will take the final decision. Now, currently, Bharti Infratel has expressed interest to understand the valuation and the details of the sale. They are interested in picking up stake, but they are cautious of the valuation. Shrey Infra, according to my sources, are looking at a valuation of $1 billion for this, and that is slightly high given that telecom infrastructure has been struggling for the last 2 years. So Bharti Infrastructure is trying to look at various multiples as far as the valuation is concerned. They are likely to enter due diligence according to my sources, and only once that is done we will get a sense on how serious they are actually about going ahead with the deal. No official comments though from either of the players.
All right, Kritika, thanks a lot for that. So that's a developing story. Bharti Infratel, one of the stocks that has been doing well even in this falling market. But what a brokerage is betting on right now, here's Ekta Batra with all the stock recommendations. Ekta.
Well, I'll start with CLSA on Dr. Reddy's. They've upgraded the stock to buy. They see an upside potential of 21%. According to them, on the longer-term investments in R&D, complex generics is expected to unfold FY17 onwards, but they expect muted earnings growth in the near term on account of continued investments, base effect in the US, as well as the ruble devaluation. UBS has written on Reliance Industries. It's amongst their top picks with a target price of 1,400 rupees. They see attractive upside potential on account of of strong positioning, relatively attractive valuations, and the fact that the stock is below its 2012 buyback limit price of 870 rupees. Lastly, Goldman Sachs wrote on Emphasis, they stay neutral, but they've cut the target price to 360 versus 390 rupees earlier. They expect continuation of revenue decline from the HP channel. They see a downside risk to EBIT margins from the Q3 wage hike as well as above average utilization rates.
All right, Ekta, thanks so much for that. Let's now get you some top trading ideas from experts.
Sell on Reliance Capital for a target of 435, stop loss of 540. This stock has been structurally weak for quite some time, and on the way up it even resisted around the 540, 550 levels, and it has turned around from there. I expect this downtrend to continue. The second sell call is on an L&T Finance Holdings for a target of 55, stop loss of 72. This stock was range bound first between 65 and 72, and we have actually managed to break the lower end of this range. It has a support around the 61 levels, but I feel if the market continues to fall, we can slide further from there down to 55.
My idea on UPL, because UPL has already corrected almost 50 rupees in last 2 weeks, and today it has taken support near to 200-day moving average and recovered smartly. It has broken an intraday support of 311, resistance of 311, and oscillators are showing positive crossover. So I think we may see further recovery. It can test 325, which is 50% retracement level of its recent fall. So one can buy it with a stop loss of 308.
Alright, and before we go, let's hear out some derivative ideas from Ashish Chaturmohta of Fortune Equity Brokers.
We are recommending a long position in State Bank of India. Stock has seen a good support around this 295, 296 levels, and from those levels we are seeing a strong short covering happening. At current levels, one can initiate a long, keeping a stop below 295. On upside, one can expect a target of 315 levels. ICICI Bank is looking quite strong. Stock has seen a good recovery from 320 odd levels and has crossed a resistance zone of 330, 331. At current levels, one can initiate a long with a stop below 325. On upside, can expect a target of 342 levels.
All right, and before we go, let's hear out some more ideas coming in. In fact, we will be reacting to the Fed's policy statement, which will be released later tonight. Let's hear out some expert voices on what they expect to hear from the Fed.
I think the Fed is keeping an eye on not just Russia, but crises in other oil exporting countries. The fall in the price of oil is rather disinflationary. It's having an impact on forward inflation expectations in this country. It's having an impact probably around the world too, and that may help the Fed to delay. But on the other hand, we want to consider too that the Fed has a philosophical reason to remove something like the extended period language, if not tomorrow, then sometime soon, from its statements, in order to prepare the markets for the eventual normalization of rates. We're not talking about really hiking rates to difficult levels. We're just going to lift them off the floor.
Either this meeting or the next meeting, they would change the language in a way that makes clear they think the economy is getting better, but you've seen the regional presidents and the other members of the FOMC coming out and giving these speeches that say we're going to be data dependent, which just means we're going to wait and see. We're not going to move too quickly. If the economy does not improve as fast as we're hoping it does, we're not going to raise rates sooner. And, my view has been, because of this world stuff, and also because housing's not quite as strong as folks think, the growth rate just might not be as strong as what the Fed has been forecasting.
Well, let's see what the Fed has in store and what we wake up to tomorrow morning. But for now, from the entire team, Anuj and myself, thank you for watching.
CNBC TV 18, celebrating 15 years of leadership.